Insomnia slowly eats away at your sanity. Survive 72 hours without a single minute of sleep, and your brain simply begins to misfire. You start catching movement in the corners of your eyes. You hear phantom voices, swearing someone is calling your name from inside the low hum of the refrigerator. This level of exhaustion breeds absolute desperation. I was willing to download any unregulated tech or digital quick fix if it promised even a fraction of rest. Chronic sleep deprivation breaks your reality. You can no longer trust your own eyes and ears. That desperation led me to Somnia-Track Pro. It was a digital tool marketed as a dual-function sleep tracker. This interface shows how the app operated. The top wave emitted a deep static rainfall frequency to force REM sleep. The bottom flat line logged ambient noise. The first night, I slept 9 continuous hours. The morning audio log was completely clear. With the static rain masking the dead air of the apartment, the app had effectively solved the problem. For the first time in days, the silence wasn't something to fear. It was something I could finally ignore. On the 4th morning, I woke up feeling unnaturally heavy. My limbs ached, contradicting the assumption that I had actually rested. I opened the app, and this timeline graph reveals what I found. A single disturbance, exactly 2 minutes long, recorded at 3:14 a.m. I put my earbuds in and pressed play. Underneath the layer of artificial static rain, there was a wet, heavy sound. It was the distinct rhythm of someone dragging muddy, squelching boots across my hardwood floor. I live alone on the 4th floor. I told myself it was just the building's pipe settling, or a glitch in the app's software loop. I deleted the file and tried to put it out of my mind. It was easier to believe in a software error than to acknowledge what the audio suggested. I closed the app, convinced that a single night of bad data wasn't worth losing another hour of sleep over. By night 6, I almost left the app off, but exhaustion won. I turned on the static rain and passed out, waking up the next morning to find my phone battery completely drained. I plugged the device in and rebooted it. The app had logged 47 distinct, severe disturbances within a 3-hour window. I opened the first file. The dragging footsteps were back, no longer pacing. The audio signature proved they were stationed immediately beside the bed. I jumped to a subsequent file, timestamped at 3:30 a.m. Cutting through the heavy rain, I heard my own voice sleep-talking, mumbling incomprehensibly in the dark. Then another voice answered me. A deep, emotionless whisper asked, "Are you awake yet? I like watching you breathe." It was speaking directly into the microphone on my nightstand, mere inches from my sleeping face. The data was clear. A physical entity was in the room, observing me in my most defenseless state. Hearing that conversational audio produced a visceral physical shock. My stomach churned, and I finally stopped trying to explain it away. I threw clothes into a bag in under 3 minutes. I was going to a hotel, and I was never stepping foot inside this apartment again. I grabbed my phone and started to pull up a rideshare app, focused only on getting to the street and away from the building. The sun was up, the car was coming, and the door was locked behind me. In that moment, the distance between the apartment and the street felt like safety. But in my rush, my thumb accidentally brushed the screen. It triggered the playback of the final unread data log. This minimalist interface displays the exact moment the file was captured, 08:01 a.m., exactly 10 minutes before I woke up. The recording captured the sound of my actual morning alarm going off in the real world. Over the speaker, I heard myself groan and physically shift in the bed. Then the guttural voice whispered into the microphone one last time. It said, "He is waking up. I will wait under the bed." The morning light hadn't changed anything. The entity hadn't left when the sun came up. It had simply moved to the one place the light couldn't reach.